All right, so welcome to video 2. I'm going to go ahead and review some key terms and concepts, give you an overview of what Chapter 3 is talking about. Hopefully this should be familiar to you from your reading, but as we go through, of course, if you have questions, make sure you write them down or send me an email, okay? So in Chapter 2, you will learn that conception happened as a split between a mother and a father, and when a sperm and an egg come together, they combine to form 23 new pairs of chromosomes. As it then is fertilized, the next stage that Chapter 3 talks about is something called germination. I like to liken it to plant world, where it's the time when the seed starts to sprout. And so when the fertilized egg grows, it multiplies and the cells split, and it forms a mass of cells in those first 2 weeks. In the embryonic stage, this is when it starts, looking like a little seedling in plant world. In human world, it looks a little alien-like, and so you can start to see that all of the major organs are being developed. And through this time, it's really important from 3 to 8 weeks, as it's beginning that development and growing all of the major organs, that the mother takes care of herself and things are well for the baby. The fetal stage is lasts from 9 weeks all the way until birth. And so this is a time where while all of the major organ systems are formed, they do start to be fully formed. So you'll start to see that fingers and toes are fully formed, and as the fetus grows, then you see more and more defined features. So you can see that little chart, and you have information in your book too about size and the organs that are growing and developing at each stage. Now, of course, as anything grows, kind of like a plant, there are factors that can influence positively and negatively ways that a fetus can develop. And so anything that goes into a mother actually goes into a child too. So we have to be aware of some of those things, whether it's healthy food or whether it's not so healthy food, whether it's consumption of drugs, if it's exposure to radiation or heavy metals. There's a lot of things that we have to be aware of in our daily lives when we're talking about fetal development. We're also going to look at this chart here that has critical stages of prenatal development. So when we talk about critical stages, for anyone who's been pregnant or knows a pregnant woman, they may have a chart or may have a development app that helps them know what exactly is being developed each week. And so when we look at exposure to anything positive or negative, for example, in week 5, there are 4 organs that are being developed. And so in week 5, if there's any negative influence, it may impact those organs that are being developed. All right. That is all of the major concepts that are a part of Chapter 3. The next thing I want to talk to you about is what we need to do next when it comes to Canvas, and giving a little bit more information, discussion, and submitting an assignment. I'll see you in a minute.